Good morning, everyone. We are Team TeenVent. Today we'll be presented by Shan, Monet, and
Mute my. If you got some background noise, okay, I think you're good.
that was a part of it.
This is Daniel's world now, shaken and uncertain. As a high school freshman, he's reeling from his parents' separation. Once known for his bright smile and top grades, Daniel now struggles silently. He feels trapped. His mind is constantly drifting, and friends who brought him joy now seem miles away, unable to see his pain. Each day feels heavier, and as the loneliness builds, Daniel feels like he's slipping further into the shadows, unheard and unseen. His high school counselor suggests TeenVent, a not-for-profit, free, supportive space for teens just like him. But Daniel hesitates. The thought of opening up feels daunting. One night, he sees an ad online that said, "Ever feel like no one really gets what you're going through?"
Then in his room, Daniel decides to finally really check out the TeenVent app. Completely frustrated and emotional, he opens it up and decides to vent about the situation at home. With his heart pounding, tears in his eyes, and a heaviness in his heart, Daniel types his first post. Ugh, just when I thought things couldn't get any worse, my parents are at it again, yelling and fighting like it's an Olympic sport. It feels like there's no peace anywhere. Why can't they just talk it out instead of screaming? I'm so tired of feeling stuck in the middle. Stressed. Hashtag family drama. Daniel then hits post. Though he felt a little nervous, he was also relieved that he had a space where he could truly express himself freely and anonymously under the guise of an alias. Within moments, responses emerged under his posts. Daniel finally felt heard, understood, and supported. The world felt a little less lonely. As he reads through the responses, he comes across a message from a Dr. Lopez, a licensed professional counselor. Not only does she validate Daniel's feelings, she offered direction and support in the event he ever wanted to chat. Her no-pressure approach gave Daniel the autonomy to make his own choice and feel more in control. A few days later, after failing another test and feeling a little embarrassed, Daniel decided to vent to his AI companion, Shanu. Shanu always responded with empathy and encouragement while emphasizing the importance of seeking help from a qualified mental health professional. As a supportive and friendly AI therapy bot, Shanu also recognized the limits of its capabilities when things really got tough. Strongly recommended Daniel to an actual therapist. Daniel remembered Dr. Lopez leaving a friendly comment under his post. So he decided it was time to chat. From there, he was able to receive the help he desperately needed on his own terms, right at his fingertips. Through his sessions and the TeenVent app, Daniel learned coping mechanisms, the power of community and professional support while he navigated what felt like an impossible situation during one of the most tumultuous times of his life.
And Daniel is not alone. In Canada and the US, mental health needs among teens have surged, with nearly 60% reporting increased stress and loneliness since COVID-19. 20% of teens in the US have seriously considered attempting suicide. At TeenVent, our mission is simple but powerful: to give every teen a safe space to express, connect, and heal. Daniel's story is just one of many. With your support, we can reach more teens like him and bring hope where it's needed most. TeenVent is redefining teen mental health support by connecting teens with licensed therapists for compassionate professional guidance. Our mood tracker doesn't just log emotions, It offers tailored resources to help teens process their feelings. And when vulnerable moments arise, TeenVent steps in, offering immediate resources if crisis content is detected, ensuring that no teen feels alone. Looking ahead, though, TeenVent will add gamified tools to make stress management engaging, empowering teens to build resilience and track their progress. More than a platform, TeenVent is a safe, supportive community where every teen feels seen and understood.
Okay, we've listed our top 3 areas of risk and how we plan to mitigate that risk. First, I want to start off with underscoring that privacy is paramount. So we plan to implement a robust content monitoring and secure data handling to ensure that our teens' information
people are leaving lights on here? Why not told you?
remains secure and
I told you don't be bringing Paul upstairs.
Sorry about that, guys. I think I muted the person. You can just repeat that part. Sorry about that.
You're muted now, Monet.
I think I may have muted Monet by accident, but go ahead.
okay, I'm here. We plan to implement robust content monitoring and secure data handling to ensure that our teens' information remains secure. These privacy features will allow us to maintain our customers' trust. In regards to user-generated AI content, which would relate to the posting of inappropriate and harmful content, we'll be monitoring for distress to ensure timely intervention and during crisis. Okay.
At TeenVent,
Here's our team.
At TeenVent, we're not just building an app, we're creating a safe community designed with each of you in mind. As our team works to bring this vision to life, we're inviting you to join us on this journey. This QR code links you directly to our early notification list. Each sign up brings us closer to reaching those who need TeenVent help most. Help us spread the word, stay connected, and make a difference together. Let's bring TeenVent to life and create a safe place for every teen who needs it. Thank you.
Awesome. Let's give them a round of applause. And to all the people who kept unmuting during their presentations, shame on you for distracting them. I'm sorry, but please, let's ensure we're on mute and get resilience going through that. Very important mental health.
That's okay.
You know, as a professional myself, as a successful businessman, I still get mentally fatigued and stressed and depressed sometimes. So these solutions are very important and they're not trivial. So thank you for your team. We're going to start with alphabetical order again. Andre, Esther, and Drew. Over to the judges.
Yeah, this is amazing. I love the user experience design. I was in touch with TeenVent from start to finish. I think it's a really great solution. The only question I have, because you answered most of the question that came up about, especially around privacy and crisis detection, like if that person were ever to become suicidal. So great work there. Will the AI tool be trained to understand the user so that the responses are not, mostly generic? So like I go on, I establish my profile based on the way I communicate. Will the AI be able to like learn about me so that the responses are more tailored to me as a person and my needs?
So the answer to that is yes. So though I wasn't able to show every single thing in the app, there is a screen that pops up when the AI is unsure of how to respond to something, but it does let the user know that they're learning that the AI is learning every day and is being tailored every day. So there's going to be new information as more teens are venting, as it gathers more data, it's going to learn how to respond a little bit better, but always when it comes to a crisis situation or where it comes to certain keywords or emotions, it's going to always redirect to speaking to a therapist and reaching out to someone that you trust or speaking to an actual human.
Sorry, just one last question. We understand that there are limits to confidentiality as well. So I know the app can suggest certain things, but in certain cases, it is by law that certain things has to be reported. How do you see that? How do you communicate that to the child and the parent and maintain that trust at the same time?
So in the sign up phase, though it does say that they can have an alias, it does, and it just says that it's just anonymous to who they're posting to. We still have their information as to who they are, how old they are, and who that person is, if that answers your question.
And I also, if I could just add to that, in addition to that, we'll be partnering with already established mental health facilities that are equipped to handle such situations. And that will be transparent in the beginning. Because they're teens, we have to have permission from their parent anyway, in order to allow them to, participate. And so that will be disclosed in the beginning.
Yeah, so let me give a specific example, and this probably will help. So let's say I go on and I repeatedly say, I just want to kill my parents. Right. So there would be limits to that because that's, this person is thinking about committing a crime, and I would have to report that. But how do you then report that and then maintain trust with this person?
Yeah, I can take that one. So with our post-event process, all of them will be like reviewed for any trigger words. We would validate it, see what type of guideline is being broken. We would notify the user, because sometimes users are passionate, they're teens, so sometimes they say harsh words that they don't necessarily mean. So there would be alert that would be there. We would then provide the appropriate response. So either they could edit their post, or they would review the resources provided through our crisis resources. And then we would either recommend like outreach with a therapist, or it would be like a hotline. That type of thing is kind of what we've discussed.
And to be honest with you, we would also have to just like dig deeper. I understand your question at how we would handle that, like as far as like, do we report them? Who do we report them to? Do we alert the parents? Do we alert their emergency contact, like someone in their life? And how do we do that? Yes, there's trust, but there will have to be layers to it if it comes to endangering someone or themselves.
Sounds good. Thank you. I think you answered that quite well. Let's go to Esther, please.
Okay. Great product, something that's absolutely needed. I have a teen myself. My question is not from the user perspective, the person who's chatting. I think just tying on to Andre. First of all, how does the person who commit their time to come and chat with that person who's affected, like how does that sign up process work? And how do you market that out? Like, because it's somebody's time, like a doctor's time, that they have to be available. And how would they know? Like, how is that poll being created? Like how Andre asked, right? Like some might be suicidal, some might be like, yeah, they're just going through a rough day. Like, how do you create those pockets? Like, is there an AI behind the scenes, or how does that work?
Yeah, so we have a business process in regards to it.
Can you repeat that last part? You said, is there any behind?
Yeah, like how do you create those groupings, right? Like there might be different kinds of people that you get through your venting process. Some are suicidal, some are on the edge, some are just having a rough day, right? And so how do you know, okay, for this person, I need to tie up with this individual. How do you do that? How does your model work? I think that's what I want to understand.
I can kind of answer that based on conversations and late nights that Fove and I have had as in regards to the journey, and just kind of like categorizing, okay, like this person's in crisis, then we're going to redirect them to this, and this person is just has some trigger words, and so we're going to redirect them to this. So there are going to be different layers on the back end that we discussed. It's not fully fleshed out 100%, but we do have a foundation and a starting point as to where we want to go, and then how we can create different levels within that.
Okay, got it. Got it. Perfect. Yeah, that's the biggest challenge, right? Creating the right person to went to. Again, we don't want to mislead the user, right? Who are coming to your app. I think that's the most, but thank you. Thank you. It was amazing.
All right, let's go to Jerome.
Yeah, no, very well done. I really like how you guys took the not-for-profit route, actually. I think in a lot of these, right, we're always looking to make the most amount of money, and that's the only thing that matters, but there are a lot of other things in society that matter. So I really like that. But in terms of funding, and supporting your application. How do you guys plan to do that? And maybe I missed it, but I just want to know how you plan to support the application from a monetary perspective.
So I can answer that. So a few different ways. One of the ways that we are going to keep our costs low is by outsourcing development and allowing there to be a third-party team that handles the development of the software and the maintenance, which helps us to keep the costs considerably low. In addition to that, we'll do grant funding as well as crowdfunding and donations and partnering, strategic partnering